Morning all. Bit of an early one today. It's the Sunday the 10th of October. And yeah, it's a proper autumn morning. Not as foggy as it was yesterday. Had quite a bit of high pressure over us last night or yesterday. Quite a good lift on VHF and UHF, but we're in the park today. I'm mainly going to be playing on, not staying here long, but I'm going to try something out on 80 and 40 metres using my 17 foot MFJ telescopic whip plus loading coil, and a variety of different lengths of counterpoises which I shall string up down that way, down there. I've got two lengths. I don't think one of them's going to be long enough, but that's the whole idea of coming out and playing. I am going to try something out. I'm going to try this area out on top band. I don't think it's going to work. There's a local net on 1905, which is the SRCC top band Sunday net, which kicks off about 9:30. I'll probably just listen on that. I doubt if I'll be able to get the aerial resonant or even tune down there. And even if I did, it's going to be sort of mega inefficient. So we'll see. Now let's get on setting the system up, and I'll be using the Lab 5990 X500 today as well. Be the first time I use it on top band as well, properly, if I talk on there. See it. I've got the aerial up. It's a 17 foot telescopic whip going into that loading coil without the fly lead on, and with it's about a 60 foot counterpoise. Obviously you've got a grounding rod as well. On the lowest swar I can get without the fly lead on is about 1.4 on 2.7 to basically 2.8 megahertz. So I wonder what it's like down on, let's tune it down to 1905. Oh yeah, it's not going to work down there, is it? Let's go down that low. Should go down to 1.8, so 1905 is where I want to be. That's going to be way out. We'll bang the tuner on it and see what happens. Right, let's crack on. But I know that will tune up on 80 metres with no problems at all once I start using a fly lead. But I might be doing a bit of shortwave listening down here. Oh, this is a bit of a failure on top band, so to do this I've got an adapter which I can put into that, which I can put a longer length of wire in it, say 30-40 foot, whatever. But I couldn't get the thing to tune up on top band at all, so I'm back down onto 80 metres with the fly lead on about 3.7. So I was about 1.3, 1.2. I'm happy with that. So I'm just going to see what it's going to be like on 40 metres, and I'll connect the radio up. It's got to count the number of, using this configuration, how far up the fly lead's got to go in that coil. So I should do that, then do the same test on 40 metres, and I'll come back to 80. Right, be back soon. On 60 metres I can get it down. I could do a bit more fettling on that, but it's about 1.3 from an easy point for me to get to it. So I'll live with that one for 60 metres. Let's carry on tuning up to 40 metres. I've now just moved the fly lead further up the coil for 40 metres and around 17.1. It's about 1.4, 1.3. So I'll just let the tuner do the rest. I think later on what I will do, I'll get the buddy pole binding post tabs which you can screw onto the coil with the buddy pole fly lead, which will make life a lot easier. It means I won't have to count the turns up on the actual coil. Since it has no actual taps on the coil, I think the mini binding post system buddy pole users should work on this. They're not expensive, so it'd be really handy and make it a lot quicker to set up. Now let's crack on and play some radio. There's a contest on 40 metres. It's probably all over HF. I haven't really found anyone I want to talk to, so what I'm going to do, I'll just do a quick sweep up the band to 200, and then I'll move on down to 80 metres. The band conditions aren't exactly fantastic either. Just put the microphone down somewhere where you're... Keep forgetting it's a speaker mic. I've had this aero up before and the conditions on 40 have been better, but... Mind you, the configuration on 40 was different, because last time I had this up on its coil, I was using a painter's pole bungeed to the railing of the bench. Saying that, I did use this the other day, but it was just testing.
Golf 8 Juliet Queen Hotel, very good morning. Good morning to everybody else. Yeah, nice signal on a clear frequency at the moment, Phil. Hopefully the same with you down there in Wakefield. 59 plus into Orkney Island, Phil. QSL. Okay, very good, Phil. Thanks very much for that report. And I think there was an Oscar Juliet. Juliet, is that Ralph? Good morning to you down there in Cornwall, over.
Yeah, good morning, Jeff. Yeah, trust you well, mate. Yeah, weather down here is brighter this morning and unseasonably warm, so we're enjoying a little bit of an Indian summer. Yes, just glad to see the rain gone for 5 minutes, Jeff. Trust you well, mate. G10JJ, over.
Yeah, very good, Ralph. Yeah, I can hear the QRM there. It's not too loud with me. We are beaming south there, so hopefully it's off the side of the beam. Yeah, the weather here this morning is overcast, raining, a little bit breezy. Temperature, I think, around about 12-13 degrees. Yeah, thanks very much indeed, Ralph. We'll see you a little bit later on. Cheers for now. And anybody else around the country?
Oh, this must be the WAB net.
Oh dear. There was something ending Delta?
I wasn't calling because I don't want to get roped into it this morning.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Yes.
Okay, Mike 6 Delta Tokyo. Good morning, Derek. Thank you very much. Yeah, nice signal, Derek. 59 into Orkney Island. QSL. Yes, I'll be reading the news today, Derek. Gunther, unfortunately, has a touch of the flu there, so he's taking
I don't know, I haven't looked into the manual to see if the filters are adjustable. It's on filter 4 at the moment. Looks reasonably tight, but doesn't sound tight.
Good, Derek. Thanks very much indeed. Okay, a couple more calls there, please, at GMA to SQ.
Yeah, right, let's move on.
Sorry, good morning, who was that?
I'm not in the mood for just giving a rubber stamp QSOs today. I'd just like to have a bit of a chin wag with someone. And I think you're going to get that today. And it might be a bit of a struggle on 40 anyway. Should have rechecked the solar weather before I came out. But I wanted to do this test and see how many turns on the coil it would be on that loading coil for this whip. So That's what I really mainly came out for. Just saves me time on other outings out. That's that noise to go there. Oh, that's 3DV. Right, we're out of band now. Right, let's depart down to 80 metres. This is the activity on 60 metres at the moment. There's a group of three and a bit of a chin wag. I thought while I was on my way from 40 metres downwards, I'll just count down a few turns on the coil and pop on here. I'm not going to interrupt them. I shall continue on my way down to 80 metres. There's not much in the way of the contest on there, except they spoil things a little bit.
Listen to the RSGB convention. I think you must have missed it, Chris. Yeah, you did appear on it in the
Oh, let's move on down to, there's not much excitement on 60, we'll move on down to 80. Well, not having much success today. 40 metres is busy with CQ contest. 80 metres, I think most of the nets, Sunday morning nets are finished and the band's virtually shut. Top band, I couldn't tune the aero up on at all, so I think what I'll do now is I'll quickly whip that coil out of the way and just use the telescopic whip and see what it's like on 20 metres upwards. Taking the loading coil off now. I'm just going to take her for a small walk. Got my cable winder for that counterpoise. Just to show how long it was for the bands I wanted to use it for. Yeah, it just keeps on going. And it's going all the way over there. It's actually one of my antennas. It's, which I use. It's about 66 foot long, but works well as a counterpoise. And all I use to clip it onto the branch, obviously that normally clips over the roach pole, and that's just a normal, like a sock hanger, but it's handy for doing what I'm doing here, clipping it to branches. Now let's wind that up and put the shorter counterpoise up. This is turning into one of those typical weekends, isn't it? It's all CQ contest. Oh, mental sure, it's virtually 20 metres is filled with CQ contest. Which is an interesting way of showing you the spectrum scope on this radio. If you're used to using something like a 705 or all the other radios which have a spectrum scope and waterfall effect underneath it, you can see all the individual, if I tune down the band, you can see all the spikes where all the other people are in real time. Which you can on the others, because they have the spectrum scope basically on top and then the waterfall effect afterwards. So I'll go back up to that spike there. Must say the DSP works on this really well. I was talking to another friend the other day who's also got one of these radios. The noise blanker on this radio, I've not had to use it yet, but the noise blanker on these radios is supposed to be absolutely superb. They actually do the job they're supposed to do. I haven't had a chance to try that out yet, because I've not been anywhere where there's been any ignition noise or any other pulsing noises where I'd want to use a noise blanker. But basically showing you the spectrum scope on it. And once you get used to it, if you've come from a radio which has a waterfall display, you soon get used to using this. Or any other SDR radio which has a waterfall and spectrum on top of it. Over. He sounded excited. Alright, let's move on up to 17 metres. We've still got 15s, like 15 of the LCQ contest if it's open. So it'll probably be, if the bands are open, because somewhere it's quiet. Shush. I'll probably give 17 metres a go and 12 metres and see if I can work some stations. But I've done what I wanted to do today, and that was to set that loading coil up for this aerial, for this telescopic whip. I need to kind of get those taps off of buddy pole and see if they fit on there. I have got another idea which I might try out when I get home, but if that idea works, I'll attach that to the end of this video. Alright, let's move on up to 17 metres.
From Uniform Yankee 7, London, America. United yesterday 7, Lima Alpha, calling 17 and standing by.
Yeah, hi there, it's Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec Portable, G7 CRQ Portable.
QZ, what is it called again? UI7, London, America.
Okay, yeah, you have the QSB is getting us at the moment. It's Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, Charlie Radio Quebec Portable.
Okay, the station is Radio Quebec, please again.
Okay, yeah, it's Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, Charlie Radio Quebec, Charlie Radio Quebec, over.
Charlie Radio Quebec, your call again.
It's Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec Portable.
Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, it's correct?
Yes, that's correct. QSL.
Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, UI7, London, America. Good morning and thank you for the call, man. Northwest Trunk, about 5 and 5, 55 with me. The name is Alex, Alpha Lima Echo X-Ray, QSL.
Yeah, okay, good morning, Alex. The name this way is Adam, Alpha Delta Alpha Mike, Alpha Delta Alpha Mike, and I'm portable, QRP 10 watts, and I'm in one of my local parks near London, QSL.
Golf 7 Charlie Radio Quebec, UI7 London, America. And what is your name? Your name, please again.
Yeah, hi there, Alex. It's Adam, Alpha Delta Alpha Mike, Alpha Delta Alpha Mike, QSL.
Adam, Alpha Delta Alpha Mike, correct?
Yes, correct.
Okay, Adam. Okay, thank you very much. Excuse me, not much QS Baker. But speaking 5 and 5 and no problem. Thank you very much for the contact. My 7-3. I hope to meet you again in the future, Adam. This is from Ukraine to you and yours. And many DX on your 10 watts. Golf 7 Charlie Radio Quebec. UI7 London, America. Thank you very much, Adam.
Yeah, okay, 7-3s, Alex, 7-3s, talk to you in the near future. Golf 7 Charlie Radio Quebec, 7-3s. Oh, we'll miss to work someone today, even if it's only in the Ukraine. Well, it's tough conditions today, but this is where everybody is when there's a contest everywhere else. Right, let's see what else I can work on 17 metres. Right, I'm just receiving just above the 15 metre band. I'm out of the amateur band, but I'm just receiving at the moment. And we've obviously got that blob in the middle, it's a bit of over horizon radar. I'm just wondering what the Doppler shift would be on that for them to receive the reflected signal back. I mean, obviously it's an extremely high powered transmitter, and the receiver must be miles away from the transmitter I mean. But I'm just wondering on HF how far Doppler shift would have to be for them to receive it back at the receiving station. Anyone knows? Leave a comment in the comments section.
United, Sierra 2 Italy X-ray. This is United, Sierra 2 India X-ray. CQ Europa, CQ United, Sierra 2 Italy X-ray. Will stand by.
Yeah, hi there, Golf 7, Golf 7, Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, Charlie Radio Quebec Portable. Hey, you can't hear me.
Stand by. Charlie Romeo Quebec, correct?
Yeah, hi there, it's Golf 7, Golf 7, Charlie Radio Quebec, Charlie Radio Quebec Portable.
Okay, Golf 7. Good morning, my friend. Report 5959 plus. My name Alex, Roger.
Yeah, good morning, Alex. The name that you're a 5959 as well. The name this way is Adam. Adam, Alpha Delta Alpha Mike, over.
Okay, Bringo. Thank you, my friend. 59 plus. Thank you very much. 73. Bye-bye.
Yeah, 73's Alex, G7CRQ signing.
Bye-bye, 73. United Sierra 2.
Is everyone in the Ukraine called Alex? It's the only two stations I've worked have been Ukrainian, and they've both been Alex. Oh well, I might find a John soon. Well, I'm gonna wrap it up now. I've had an interesting morning out. I've done all the things I wanted to do. Tested the aero out. I've tested that loading coil out. I know exactly for this telescopic whip where the taps have to go on it. I've got an idea I'm going to try that later on to save me having to buy the buddy pole binding post which you can clip onto it. The bands haven't been fantastic this morning. You can't have it that way. You can't have good conditions all the time. Sometimes you've got to do a bit of work to get the contacts. I've made 2 contacts today, both from Ukrainian, working them on a Russian radio, so I wonder what side of the Ukraine they were on. Both of them are named Alex as well. Looks like everyone in the Ukraine's called Alex. But yeah, the bands weren't fantastic. 20 metres was okay, but it was swallowed up with a contest. I've ended up on 10 metres, and there's like a contest station just asking for Scandinavian stations. But anyway, I'm quite happy with what I've done today. I didn't come out here to work loads of contacts. I came out to test an aerial system out, and it works. It does what I want it to do. Let's see how it works in the future. With that, I'm going to stop gassing, rambling on, and go home and have me lunch. See you later. Just thought I'd add this to the end of the video. To save me having to count the number of windings on the coil to get to the part of the bands I want to get for the aerial, I've instead of adding taps to it, I've already had some different coloured cable ties. So I've just counted up the number of turns on the coil, or the windings on the coil, and put a different coloured cable tie, little tiny ones I had laying around. So that one will be for 80, 60 and 40. So red, green, blue. Red being for 80, green for 60, blue for 40 metres. And that's these calculations are done for the 17-foot telescopic whip.